Hello and welcome into Hoosier Sports Night. I'm Miya Ingle. For the second year in a row, the Hoosiers are heading into the NCAA tournament with two pieces of hardware, the Big Ten regular season title and the Big Ten tournament title. The 18th ranked women's basketball team went on a 4-game win streak after losing to Maryland at the end of January. Then on Thursday night, the Hoosiers got a chance at redemption when the Terrapins came to town, and Jimmy Sutton was at Assembly Hall to break down the action. Coach, your first official match played here at Wilkinson Hall. Your team came out with the win. How important was this win for setting the tone for the rest of the season? And with only 2 weeks of practice under your belt before coming into the regular season, how did you prepare your girls for such a tough schedule in such a short amount of time? Meanwhile, the men's basketball team is in a position where they're fighting every game for not only a win, but also for a spot in the NCAA tournament, aka they're on the bubble. With only 1 game left in the regular season, every game is huge right now for the Hoosiers, especially Wednesday night's game against Minnesota. Just 6 minutes into the game, freshman Victor Bezerra found the back of the net off of a perfect set of passes from Herbert Endley and Spencer Glass to give the Hoosiers an early 1-0 lead. IU senior Bennett Crane hasn't won a single first set all season long, and that includes the 2 matches on Monday against UC Santa Barbara and Xavier, but that did not stop the senior from beating the number 8th ranked player in the entire country. 3 of the top 8 fastest swimmers in the entire country are in the Big Ten Conference. As a matter of fact, Minnesota has the number 1 fastest swimmer in the event in Max McHugh, but it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows for Max to get to where he is today. He actually suffered a knee injury over the summer, and I got to talk to him before this upcoming event, and he told me it took about 2.5 months to physically recover and get back in the pool. When you talk to players and coaches before the season, they'll tell you their goals, their expectations, what they hope to happen. But until you actually see them play, it's all just kind of up in the air. So actually seeing them out in the field playing kind of put everything in perspective a bit. So I would say there was a lot of takeaways, but some positive, some negative. I would say the biggest positive takeaway, going off what you said, Caleb, is this Hoosier team can bounce back. The Hoosiers took game 1 9-2, and Gabe Bierman pitched 6 solid innings. He struck out 5 batters, and he only gave up 1 earned run. And on offense, Grant Richardson had a really good game 1. He went 2 for 4 at bat, and he hit a 3-run triple in the 8th to really help lock in that win for the Hoosiers. Both teams are coming into this game with a 1-3 conference record, a very identical actually conference record, as both teams have beaten Northwestern, and both teams have gotten their 3 losses from Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois. So it's going to be a great game here tonight as both teams are looking to get that much-needed second conference win. After 3 weeks on the road, the Hoosiers finally got to play on their home turf on Wednesday when they hosted in-state rival Purdue. The Boilermakers got on the board early with a bases-loaded walk in the top of the first to take a 1-0 lead, but it didn't take long for Indiana to respond. The Hoosiers started off the game with a 7-run first inning and kept that momentum going the entire game. They finished with 16 hits and 17 runs against Purdue, and one key player to look at from that game was Jordan Fusey. He finished with 5 RBIs on the day.
I was just trying to stay simple, hit something backside, try to drive some runs in, and paid off. But yeah, just don't try to do too much when people are on base, and that's been the mindset, so that's worked out for me.
Fusey took that mindset up to the plate in the bottom of the first with the bases loaded and hit a 3-run double to left center field to kick off the Hoosiers' 7-run first inning. IU starting pitcher McCade Brown struggled with his control and was taken out of the game after the first inning. Then senior Cal Kruger stepped up to the mound in the second inning with no time to warm up in the bullpen beforehand, but managed to execute the plan he was given.
Cal's a really tough kid and has been from the moment that we got here, and he's the guy that's you just trust. You trust in a tough spot to come in and be able to handle that situation, and he came into exactly what we needed him to do, to settle things down and throw strikes and execute, and you got a chance to kind of get back onto our game plan with David and the rest of those guys.
IU stayed consistent at bat throughout the next few innings and had another breakthrough inning in the bottom of the 5th when the team scored 5 more runs that once again started with a Jordan Fusey RBI. Hunter Jesse, Jeremy Houston, and Grant Richardson took after Fusey as they each hit an RBI single themselves to put the Hoosiers up 17-1 after 5 innings. Kruger collected his first win of the season after striking out 2 batters in his 2 innings pitched. The Hoosiers beat Purdue in their home opener 17-2 in 7 innings to improve their record to 7-3 on the season. Reporting for IUS TV Sports, I'm Miya Ingle.